Hey guys, Gumrax here. Yes, that is my giant bear. So today we are going to review chapter 936, and it was crazy hype. We got more of Luffy, we got a fight anticipation with Zoro coming up, and we got more information on Kawamatsu, you guys. So great jam-packed chapter. Let's get into it. So jumping right away into the cover page, we have Aokiji, and he's actually hanging out with his sidekick Camel. And yes, Camel is one of the coolest sidekicks in the One Piece series. I need to get myself a little plush. Maybe toss him right up there on the shoulder of the bear hanging out in the videos, because absolutely love this sidekick. So jumping right into the chapter here, we get some more interaction with Raizo and Kawamatsu, and it's interesting to see here right away we find out that Kawamatsu has been locked up for 13 years. So yes, he got a little bit of time on his own or doing whatever. It'll be interesting to see if we ever flash back to that and get to find out. But then he got locked up for 13 years, only eating just this poisoned, shitty fish that he's been eating. And we actually find out that he can't reveal his face to Raizo because he's chained against a wall as well. So we find out he needs keys to get out of the prison cell. He needs keys to get his Sea Prism handcuffs off as well. So it'll be really interesting to find out where these keys are and see if maybe, since we find out Queen unlocks Luffy's keys and Raizo actually got one key, maybe that's for Kawamatsu's cuffs. And then maybe right after the fight, we're going to see Luffy knock down that gate, that prison cell that is holding Kawamatsu in there. Maybe just during the chaos, Luffy's able to just knock that out. But maybe they're gonna have to go on some kind of adventure or find this other key. But I think it'd be pretty great to just get Kawamatsu out right after this whole scuttle with Luffy and Queen. So as Raizo disappears here, it pans over to Queen, and he's actually setting up the Sumo Inferno tournament. So I guess this is something they do in the prison for crazy executions, where the executioner gets to take on a bunch of people, a bunch of prison guards, until they get thrown out of the ring. They have this collar around their neck where their head gets blown off or cut off or whatever here. He actually, Queen grabs a pillar, puts the collar on it, says, "This is what will happen to you," tosses him out of the ring, and it blows up. So I actually think this is maybe a little stupid. Maybe it'll actually play in a little bit, but I see Luffy just winning this tournament. But in general, I could just see Luffy kind of covering his neck with Armament Haki and being totally fine here, being able to resist this. And it seems like Queen actually doesn't know that much about Luffy. He's crazy surprised when Luffy actually unveils his Conqueror's Haki right at the start of the Sumo Inferno event. So yes, Queen takes off Luffy's handcuffs, and then the first prison guards come in and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to teach you a lesson. I'm going to show you what's going on here." And Luffy just unleashes his Conqueror's Haki. And this is crazy important because, one, a lot of people have been thinking that having these Sea Prism Stone cuffs on is actually going to help Luffy train his Conqueror's Haki. Immediately after he gets them off, he gets to use it, which is perfect and exactly epic and what we wanted. But what's also important here is how he only uses it on this small area around him. He uses it on the specific people that are in this ring with him. He doesn't knock out everyone in the prison, all the essential guards that we've seen in the past where he knocks out just a massive crowd around him. Now it seems like he actually might be able to control it a little bit better. What do you guys think? So jumping over to the bathhouse now, pretty epic scene going on here. You guys definitely have to pull up Jamini's box to check this out. But so we have X-Drake and Basil Hawkins, and they are searching the bathhouse. And Basil Hawkins is more looking for the waning crescent moon on people's ankles. He's telling everyone to line up. He's searching them. Somehow this information got leaked, and he knows a little bit about it. It could be Kiroshiro actually leaked this information to the Shogun here. It could have just spread in many other ways. We'll find out here. I personally still think Komurasaki is alive. I am a believer, you guys. But X-Drake, on the other hand, is just looking for Sanji, and he's looking for the Soba Mask guy. But Hawkins is actually going around searching everyone's ankles, having everyone line up, and he sees something suspicious. He looks at Shinobu and he's like, "You're hiding someone, I know this." Nami steps out, and then Basil Hawkins whips out his whip and grabs off Nami's towel, and she happiness punches everyone, you guys. It's crazy. It's epic to see. You guys got to check it out. We find out that Nami has this form of Conqueror's Haki that surpasses Luffy's. Yes, you guys, Oda declares it in the SBS 74 here. He actually says that if Nami could broadcast her happiness punch, she would be stronger than Luffy, so it would be even more impactful. So hilarious, you guys. Of course, Nami doesn't have Conqueror's Haki, but this is great. But what's funny here is Nami not only hit everyone with the happiness punch, all the guys that were also hanging out there, but she hit, of course, this raid suit Sanji, who is going stealth black on all of them, hanging out in the corner there right in front of Nami. So yes, when she got unveiled, Sanji got this crazy nosebleed and got knocked out. You guys lost way too much blood, going anemic here. But someone yells, "That's the Soba Mask guy," and then X-Drake hears. X-Drake comes in there, and then it's pretty weird here. A lot of people are trying to speculate what's going on, and I do see, it does seem like something fishy might be happening here. So X-Drake kind of gets hit across the head, it looks like, and then he goes down. And what's important here is there are hearts drifting up above his head, so I do think it is something related to seeing the women naked, kind of like Sanji getting knocked out in that way. A lot of people were thinking maybe when Sanji escapes here, he hits X-Drake on his way out, and that's why there's the skip panel as Sanji and Nami and Shinobu and Robin escape here. But I also think it's weird that the phrasing and the words that Oda uses here, Basil Hawkins says like, "Oh, I didn't know you were weak against women, you should have told me," and X-Drake says, "I'm not weak against ... and then he actually got cut off before he got to finish his sentence. So maybe there's something weird there. Maybe he gets knocked out by something else. Maybe there's some other kind of weakness here that we're going to find out later that Oda's kind of trying to hide. But I do think these hearts coming up over X-Drake does kind of indicate that he's got the same thing going as Sanji. So another important thing here is they actually see Sanji and they're like, "Whoa, like we're both from the South Blue, right? Like, you know who that is, right? That's Germa 66's Stealth Black." So they're both fanboys. They're a little bit in love and distracted when they see Stealth Black in this situation. All of a sudden, panels out, Sanji is out of there with the girls. So a lot of people were like, "Oh, did something get skipped here?" But I think they're just kind of fanboy distracted and just darted out of there. So right after this, on the way out, we actually find out that Beepo was captured. So yes, La is going to be manipulated, pulled in. They're trying to bring La out and really capture him here as he's trying to rescue his friends Beepo. And we know that La is like one of the most strategic characters in the One Piece series, so it'll be really interesting to see how this plays out, how he is going to rescue Beepo, or maybe he lets him sit for a little bit. Maybe they talked about this before. I could also see La just being crazy aware of these potential situations, so it'll be really interesting to see how Oda plays this out here. But next we pan over to the Ringo country, you guys, and yes, it's snowing, yes, they're on a bridge. Zoro's been chasing this samurai looking person ever since his Shusui got stolen, so yes, people did call that. It was a great call here. Yes, someone stole Shusui and was bringing it back to Ryuma's grave. So I do think that Ryuma and Zoro are way more connected than most people would think. So if you guys haven't seen that video, I'll post it right up here for you guys. You guys got to check that one out. Also, I didn't forget, I didn't mention earlier here, but the fact that Kawamatsu's been revealed and we already know who the Witching Hour boy is, that kind of means that Denjiro is the manslayer, excuse me. So yes, Denjiro is the manslayer because the Witching Hour boy has been figured out. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'm going to post that up here for you now too. There's way too much foreshadowing proving who the Witching Hour boy is here. But anyways, we have this guy, Benkai, and yes, we are in Ringo country here, and they're on a bridge, and Zoro finally confronts him, and he's like, "Yeah, you've been running from me for forever. What's going on here?" Yes, they're on this bridge. And then this samurai declares that you stole Shusui from Ryuma's grave. Yes, I brought it back to his grave, and now I'm confronting you, and you are a thief here. And he's got the 7 different unique weapons. It fits perfectly into the mythological ties to this Benkai samurai character who fights people on bridges, steals weapons from those he thinks are not worthy. So it's funny because he thinks Zoro's not worthy, and Zoro actually twists it on him, and he basically says, "I'm going to take you out because you're the thief here. Like, I'm going to kill the person who is actually the thief in this situation." And I don't think that Zoro is going to kill this guy, you guys. I think he is crazy powerful. He was able to not only steal Shusui from Zoro and be all sneaky and ninja-like, like we want, like we need for the alliance here, but he was actually able to outrun Zoro as Zoro was chasing him, bring this sword all the way to Ryuma's grave, and then get back and have the balls to confront him for a fight. So yes, Zoro's going to beat this guy, but then this guy is also going to join the alliance afterwards. There's no doubt. Please subscribe, guys. I absolutely love being a part of this community, putting out these chapter reviews, and especially the theories, you guys. If you haven't seen the theory on the Witching Hour boy, you got to check that one out. If you haven't seen the theory connecting Ryuma to Zoro, you guys definitely have to check that one out. I've got theories about Sanji being the king of the Germa, so check out my other videos, share them with your friends, smash that subscribe button and the cute little bell next to it, you guys. Thanks so much, and have a great day.